wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant.
Boom, we're live. Welcome to a live show. It's been a while since I went live. I've been busy, man. I really haven't had time to get anything done or do anything other than just do stupid videos for YouTube. Like I said, it's finding time to do a live show has just been something that I haven't had much time to do. But I do right now. I just woke up from a fantastic nap. I deliver later this evening, and I'm actually at the facility right now. So I have time to do a live show. Hopefully a couple of special guests join us and make fun of me and ridicule me and destroy all my what do you call that? Like all my pride. Say hi to a couple of people. Skip Hansen's in the house. This is Shirley BS. Oh, come on, Skip. Jamie O's in the house. WCF Invaders in the house. 7C's Transports in the house. Hey, man, this is for you. You emailed me asking me why I don't go live anymore. Well, here you go. Mike Nine Toes is in the house. Cents per mile's here for the stash. Oh, I'm going to get ripped on that. Wait a minute. Something's going on here. The person in the background has two things up. I don't know if they mean to do that. Grade A Transportation's in the house. Yeah, I thought I'd do a little Q&A. Hey, listen, like, if you watch my channel, you know I stay pretty positive, right? Like, there are things that frustrate me. There are things that get me down. But in the grand scheme of things, I kind of look at the big picture. So it's tough for me to get really beaten down in the moment when I don't see the end, but like I have a vision and I have a goal and I have a destination to reach. So I stay pretty positive. And the reality is there's lots of things stacked up against us right now, but I'm doing pretty well. Like I'm having a really good month this month. You know, when you have that good month and it kind of makes you think, man, all the struggles, all the pain has led me to where I am now, and like you're feeling good. Not to say the shoe or the whatever won't fall out, because it might, but the shoe might drop, right? Is that what I'm meant to say? I think so. But for the most part right now, things are going really good. Skip Hansen, you're on fire tonight. Yeah, Jamie, I know I'm an easy target. That's okay. That's okay with me, because if you see what's scrolling at the bottom, there's some changes coming. I am now the OTR driver manager. And with that being said, let me bring in my special guest. Hello there, Mr. DIY Semi. Can you hear me?
Why ain't it working? Damn it.
Hold on.
Play.
You have another thing.
Play
this? Okay.
Play it.
Okay.
I don't hear the sound. I don't hear the audio.
Yeah. Let's go. I got 99 problems, but a truck ain't one.
Oh, that's how I should have brought you in.
You missed half my intro.
If you're having truck problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a truck ain't one. Yeah. Let's go. I got 99 problems, but a truck ain't one.
See, I will see.
I have no comment.
Your copied rap music, and I will write, produce, and pay for my own production.
I have no comment.
You go ahead. You go ahead and rip off other people's music. I write my original.
I don't rip them off. I give them credit for it.
Yeah, but did you write
not all of us have time to be sitting there in an office with a pretty lady getting things done.
Let's call it what it is. Not everybody has the creativity and the talent. The musical chops, if you will.
Skip HIV positive.
I
Skip
think he's talking about
Hansen.
you. He said you're saying how positive you were.
Oh yeah. Well, I am pretty positive. So tell us what's going on in the fleet owner world.
Just doing some invoicing.
Yeah.
Trying to get ahead of the game for tomorrow because I got a very special guest coming to the compound here tomorrow to do some outside type work. I need to be out there helping.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna share that with us, or no? Is that special stuff?
He's bringing a big machine that it's a skid steer with a big mulching wheel on the front. And
Oh, nice. I think I know where you're gonna use that.
well, around the fence of the yard, and then over, I'm going to widen the driveway to the shed
Nice.
and try to make more parking over there because, we need it. Can't hardly
That
turn around.
for all the lawn ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
Need parking for the lawn ornaments. If you don't know, you can become successful like DIY and just have lawn ornaments at your house. Hold on. Sorry. I need to turn the volume down on my phone here. So it looks like you have been talking to Surge Transportation.
Oh, I'm now. See, they didn't want to give me the money they owed me, so they offered me a management position. So I just oversee these people
Oh,
behind me.
okay.
You can see they move at a snail's pace. They don't get a lot done in a day.
Well, look at this. Cents per mile is parked 10 feet away from a cemetery. Hopefully it's a quiet tonight. That's kind of funny. I think that's what he's trying to be. WCF Invaders saying, love it, DIY. No, that is not me singing. Cents per mile says, OTR driver manager. Does that mean you have become an employee? Just official title. There is nothing else I'm getting for that. No, it's just kind of a joke.
I thought it was driver trainer.
I don't like training. Training is not for me. I do not want to be a trainer. I do not have the patience to be a trainer.
Okay.
I've learned that from previous training jobs. So let's talk about a little bit about
the mustache. I can't wait. Let's get into that.
It's gonna no, I'm keeping it, and you can rip on me all you want.
Okay, I will.
But
you just gave me permission.
I wanna talk a little bit about what you're experiencing as a fleet owner with your fleet in 2023.
With a driver that's transitioning?
Oh, well, yeah, into bigger and better things. Well, no, like you've made some moves here. Like you've added people, you've added owner operators, you've added a company position, all things that I think if you're watching YouTube, you would get the impression that you shouldn't try to grow right now. What was your idea on growing, or what made you make the decision that it's time for you to grow even more?
I wouldn't say that. I don't think I've said that, and I know you're not saying that I said it, but I'm just saying. I think I always said that, like, everybody's, well, it's a good time to buy a truck, it's a good time to do this, do that, and I think I always said, well, if you have something going on, like, is it a good time to buy a truck? Well, yeah, if you have the work and you need a truck, it's a great time to buy a truck. If you're trying to buy a truck starting off fresh and new with a new authority in the spot market, might be a real bad time to start to do it, because just besides the soft freight market, it is freaking tough to be a new entry authority right now. The way they're cracking down on stuff with all the fraud and stuff. Whew. I would hate to start right now with a brand new authority. It'd be tough.
Yeah, I can see that real quick. I want to say hi and give a shout out to the Insult Investor who's in the house. Jerome Jones is in the house. Big money. I think I should start doing videos on hotel reviews because I'm in one. Oh man, hope your truck's not broke down. If it is, I've been there. Like, I feel your pain right now. Jerome Jones stuck in a hotel. He says later the truck is broke down. But let me kind of elaborate a little bit on what you were saying, or not elaborate, like add my 2 cents, which I know nobody ever agrees with, but it's my platform, so I get to do that. I think there's some thought process that should go in if you're thinking about buying a truck, becoming an owner operator in 2023. Just like you said, the market's tough if you're a new entry, new authority. There's nothing wrong with you, like, kind of I don't want to say learning, but leasing onto a carrier that might have things already in place from previous years that allow you to build and expand while working under them until maybe the pendulum swings the other way and it's just crazy again.
I think that's be the probably the number one way to do it right now, unless you have, some people go into this where they already have a deal worked out, or whatever, uh, or for a special purpose. But other than that, I mean, to try to book a load with a new authority right now, is tough. Sometimes it's
That's
hard enough to book one with one that's been around a year or two. If you don't have enough inspections, now it's if you don't have inspections in the lane that this load is on, or your CSA score is a little bit dinged. If you got one truck and you get one bad inspection, they can ding up your CSA pretty good. All kinds of things. You don't have enough trucks. I've heard that lately. And I also,
really
yeah, yeah,
off the
uh,
spot market. You've heard that?
yeah, not for us, but for somebody that I help dispatch.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Um, so yeah, it's any old reason.
Yeah, no, and I get I mean, you and I talk obviously quite a bit about stuff, kind of how I'm wired and the things I think about or worry about. Um, I I think through all this, I'm glad that we're go through. I'm glad that I'm experiencing what many people consider a big downturn. I'm glad I'm experiencing it. And I'm not saying like I'm going to survive it or anything like that. I'm just glad I'm experiencing it because I think it has set me up in a different mind frame. I was talking to a guy, somebody recognized me yesterday. And oh, here we go. What?
No, go ahead. I want to hear about that. Tell me how it happened.
Uh I out in the middle of nowhere. You know where I was, where I'm
Hmm.
driving to. I stopped to get fuel. So think of where I was. Well, I'm past there now. I stopped in Hurricane, West Virginia, and somebody recognized me. And
Wow.
we just started talking real quick. I ran in, got some coffee, and whatever. Long story short, they they asked me multiple times why I don't go out and get my own authority or why I didn't go get my own authority when I started this. And it was very simple for me to answer. First and foremost, I didn't have the experience in being an owner operator. I would have probably failed had I tried to. I wouldn't even known where to go. I would have watched your videos and got my own authority, and I probably would have failed. I actually like. You're gonna rip on me for this too. I like the comfort of being leased onto a carrier. I really do.
I,
I
I
like.
am I am very comforting.
Yeah,
I will say that.
but I think a business can grow within a business. And what I mean by that is I can grow independently in ways, but also use all the advantages that I get by leasing onto a carrier to make it easier and better for me.
Can you grow faster than your mustache?
Dude, you don't like it, huh?
I didn't
Oh
say I
no, I'm
didn't
not
like
going to do that. Cash will take a photo of it. Not doing that. Not doing that.
it. You make your own
I know I
avatars. You
do.
know that?
I know I do. I'm the worst at it. And I say things that are just so absurd that I know I'm going to get it like beaten up for it. RJB's in the house. Yeah, Jerome Jones' truck is broke down. That sucks. Paul Harris is in the house, and he says, I don't understand why you want to have your own authority. Too much regulations. Pay the 20 to 40% of the administration part to your business. That's kind of what I was saying, Paul. Is there are so many things that are behind the scenes that if you want to be naive, naive is the wrong word. If you don't want to ask the questions about like the carrier I'm leased onto, I don't do any IFTA reporting or anything. And there's a lot of things behind the scenes that I don't do. But I think I've asked the questions that if I needed to, I would at least have reference points to get started in doing those things. If I didn't want to ask the questions or didn't care, I would never have to worry about it. You know what I mean? And I think that in itself is a little that allows me to have more time to try and develop what I want to do as a small little one truck, well, two trucks, but only one runs and one trailer,
They both run.
you know. Well, I mean, not on the road right now. One truck on the road.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just you only drive one at a time.
hmm So, anyways, I kind of lose my train of thought. Cents per mile says he's digging my shirt. He's ripping on me. Hashtag low life. Is that DIY brokerage in his background?
Yes, you can't see the chickens and the goats in the background, but they are there.
Yeah. Just call the number. The Reefer guy's in the house saying, "What's up? What's up, Reefer guy? How are you?" I don't know if that's Cash making fun of me. Vic Met is in the house. What up, Vic?
Oh, Vic.
He says, "Man, California is going through the storm. At least I'm starting to go out through it. It's been bad the last 2 weeks."
Mm.
Yeah, California. I mean, you also got a storm, right? Did that like tropical storm end up hitting California? I haven't been paying attention.
You said they got a year's worth of rain in one day in
Holy
was it
crap.
Death Valley?
Holy crap. Which that typically doesn't
That's only
get
a few
much rain.
inches. Yeah.
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 Right.
But they said they brought Lake Mead up quite a bit.
Oh,
which
that's
is
good.
They needed badly.
Reefer guy says freight trucking is right. All depends on the carrier. Well, yes, the carrier makes a big difference. And I mean, I would argue your Cash makes this point quite a bit. And I've heard him say it a couple of times, which I really like. If you lease onto somebody, you can't talk to the owner or you can't have some sort of interaction with people that are actually kind of running it. It makes it tough. Now, I am a number, like I call now. I'm part of like a corporate business, so I have to give my employee number and sign all these booklets and pamphlets. I get insurance companies telling me what I have to do now, but in the end, it's still a good fit.
Cash is a prime example, and I don't think I'd say anything he would be against me saying, but he's a prime example of why it can be a very good idea to lease onto a carrier when you find a good place. Like
Absolutely.
they are very good to him. They properly leverage their size to their advantage to the benefit of their drivers. They bring the best they can to the table every single time, and they're he's found a very good home there. And
Yeah.
I don't think he would ever leave.
I don't know why he would. I mean, I don't want to, yeah, like you said, I don't think I'm saying anything that, like, Cash has proven himself at the carrier he's leased onto, so he gets
Yeah.
benefits for it. You know what I mean? They
Mhm.
bought a trailer based on what he wanted. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Cash is a perfect example. But he works hard for it. I've talked to him. I mean, I've talked to him about lanes that we run and things like that. And, there's just like every carrier, I believe there's like, I believe once you get to a certain point, you have your drivers that you can count on, rely on. They're going to get the job done. And then you might have these other guys or girls over here that do the job, but, you know, might not be as dependable or reliable as this person over here. And the people that are over here get benefits, meaning, like, I mean, how many times has Cash come on here and he gets direct freight if he wants it? That's because he's proven himself. And I think a little bit about what I do, where it's not, can't say I can run it every week, but you know what I do. I am so happy with how things have worked out in the last couple of months on the lanes that I run and what I'm doing, that I don't know if I ever would give it up. And that comes with me trying to give it up.
You tried to give it up.
Exactly. I learned. You know, if I was if it was 10 years from now and I was in the position that I would want to be in, which you and I have discussed that, I would just do that Minnesota Chicago all the time. I'm just not. Or is that beef jerky?
Actually, this is turkey and sweet potato with goat's milk treats
For you or the dog?
from my doggy.
Okay.
She's right behind me. She's hungry.
Yeah, I'm making those noises.
Oh, you can hear that?
I didn't hear it, but I've been in
Oh.
your house enough and know what she does.
Oh.
Reefer guy says he was leased on to a company and they were killing him. Yeah, that can be tough. That can be tough. But my friend is leased for 10 years and he loved that. Or loves it. Yeah, and that's the thing. Everybody's experience is going to be different. And I think that's like my experience as an owner operator minus some of the breakdowns that led to other things happening to my truck that really stressed me out, and they weren't things that I did to it. It was like what shops had done. I would say overall, my experience in, what is it, 2.5, almost, well, January will be 3 years, is really good. Like I'm not saying it's easy all the time, but I'm still very glad that I made the decision I made.
Mm-hmm.
WCF Invader, here we go. Somebody who has his own authority. Shoot, having your own authority is all the rage. Ain't nobody tells me what to do. Having said that, I don't have to worry about owner ops getting overweight tickets, at least. Violations,
snap.
not tickets.
Oh,
Big difference, WCF Invader. Big difference. We do manager things over here where we don't take blame or responsibility. Nothing wrong with leasing onto a company. Moreover, you still are able to grow within the company. Yeah, that's the thing. I know. So I have 2 trucks. If I had, screw it. I think I've said it before. If I had more capital than what I do right now, I would maybe try and think of getting an employee. But after seeing, because I'm leased onto a carrier and you've shared how much it cost, you did it in a live show. That's a lot of money to bring somebody on the right way.
it is. Now every state is going to be different. They're very
look
different.
at where I live. I live in a
Yes,
state that
it's
taxes everything, and
probably more expensive where you live, but
yeah,
there's some states that are actually, workers' comp may not be required. It's unemployment is far cheaper. Whatever, but it's expensive.
yeah. Vic Med says, Fate Trucking, you can grow being leased on. As far as buying more trucks, do it. Yeah. Hillary's so-called storm was just extra rain. Media put way too much on it. Okay. I know there for a while, Vic, I had seen stuff on the news at truck stops that you guys were gonna get nailed. He's not Cash. Okay. See, I'm so wound up between Cash and DIY screwing with me that I think anytime somebody leaves a comment or has a name, I think it's them. WCF Invader says, I'm not sure if I could actually afford to run the way I do if I had to give a percentage to a carrier.
I'm going to go ahead and say you don't give a percentage to the carrier. The carrier gives a percentage to you.
Ooh.
How about that?
I like
How do
what
you
you
like
did
that?
there. Well, let me ask you this, WCF Invader,
No.
and this is what?
Oh, I just said no. I'm not going to let you ask him that.
Oh, I want to ask him though.
It's your show. You do what you want.
Okay. I got somebody in the background. I'm going to ask this question, then I'm going to bring the other person in. Well, no, that's a dumb question because he's doing what he wants to do. So that's a dumb question. Let me read this comment. I see you. Mark Ely's in the house. Channel member says, I was playing golf with my broker from TQL. What? I thought we were supposed to burn that. Well, I shouldn't say that. We were talking about on-time service and quality of driver's equipment. He was it all makes a difference. Or he was saying it was all makes a difference. I like to believe it does, Mark Ely.
It certainly does.
I know it does for what I do. But I found something that works, and I kind of, unless I decide I want to screw everything up in my business, I think the reason I'm able to do what I do is because of my equipment, how I interact with the customers or whatever. Like, I like to believe that. All right, I'm going to bring this guy in and get made fun of.
Hey now.
There he is. What's going on, Mr. Cash? How are you?
Oh, not much. I was busy setting up my Zero Breeze over here.
Oh, nice.
Needed to stay cool.
As I'm slumming over here with the windows down and the side windows open, because every time I think I'm going to buy it, I don't. I'm cheap. I'm cheap.
Okay. We'll see if it's cheap when you have to replace those DPF filters from all that idling.
Truck's not running. I sweat my butt off in this truck.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say your mustache off, but that didn't happen.
No, that game stands strong. Cash, let me ask you this real quick, because your name obviously got mentioned. Maybe you were watching in the beginning. Like,
we were talking shit about him.
Oh yeah, right. Well, I'm gonna spoil the beans anyways. I do all the time, or spill the beans.
Spoil the beans, huh?
Yeah. See, yeah. I always dig myself a hole. I know it.
Cash, earlier he was waiting for the other shoe to come out.
Oh, okay.
Not the other shoe to drop. So just want to catch you up on all the verbal faux pas so far.
Yeah, that would be silly waiting on it to drop. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? I barely made it through high school. I dropped out of college. That's my education. So I say a lot of wrong things. But you're leased onto a carrier, and Adam or DIY and I were talking about some of the benefits that we see. Like, you have developed, or how do I say this?
Try words.
Well, because I don't want to share.
Make them come out of your mouth.
You get privileges because of how you are, like how hard you work as an owner operator through the carrier you're leased onto, that you probably wouldn't receive if you were out on your own, right?
Are you talking about training the new guys?
that's something I'm doing over here, training the new guys.
Cash, would you believe I offered money for that yesterday and it was refused?
Let me tell you, Fake, take the money and then tell him the wrong thing. That way he looks horrible compared to you.
Yeah, right? I don't want to push myself out. You're right. I need to think about this like
I don't know why I got him trying to train somebody. He ain't even got a website.
Yeah, I thought you had to have a YouTube channel to be leased on over there.
No.
Or have the same name as other people that work here.
I know that's a requirement.
You ever see that Sesame Street song? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Yeah. Only 2 out of 3 of these people have a website. The other one doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh,
that's true.
Here we go. But no, like you. Go ahead, Cash.
I say mine's a .com too, DIY as well. We're not even like a .net jackass. Yeah. Some of these people .tv. What is that? Yeah. Are you even on the real internet?
But I'm trying to kind of prove a point here real quick, because I do believe at one point you had your own authority, right, Cash? It was years ago, but you had your own authority, right?
Yeah.
And would you say that market that I don't remember the exact time frame, but that market that you were in when you had your own authority, what did it compare to like the market we're currently in?
It was, hard to tell because I didn't have the experience back then. But it to me, it was way worse. I mean, it was like you couldn't get freight.
2008, 2008.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was worse.
2009, the beginning of 2009 is really when I tried to hit the ground running, and I went from hot coals into an electric fence, basically. I mean, there was no running in that. It was just, yeah, like, because now it's like, okay, is there a lot of $2 a mile freight to be had? Yeah, I'm fixing to pull a $2 a mile dry van load tomorrow, and at least there's freight there, you know. I mean, and this is like there's enough volume to where it's not like, you know, you're deadheading 400 miles to get a load, you know,
Right.
because at the beginning of 2020, I did a little bit of that. Like I would have to deadhead almost all the way to Chicago some days just to get a load. You know, but yeah, no, we're way better shape right now. This is like learn to run a business. If you can survive during this, you'll survive during the good times really well. But right now, it's like, you know, tough decisions, but it ain't like, it's not like decisions in like, should I pay my rent or my mortgage versus, you know, should I buy food for my kids? You know, it's like,
Right.
you can do both in this market.
Yeah. And you had just said that you ran or that you're picking a dry load up for $2 a mile. I'm not sharing where you are, but like I know where you are. But that $2 a mile load sets you up for that next one that you're getting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've learned that for, well, not just from you, but from DIY too. Like how to position yourself. Like you usually, I know you probably wouldn't have gone to where you went had it not paid well. So now you know, hey, I made X amount to get down here. I'm taking this out to get me to my next load. You know what I mean? And
I'm kind of doing some favors this week. The load out is an every Friday load. It's not a load I particularly take a lot, but it's an every
That's what she
Friday
said.
load. And the load coming, the in between load, the dry load I'm doing tomorrow, that's just a spot market, you know, who done it load. And but I'm going to get another load that's like we do one like every single day of the week, and it's not a brokered load. It's a direct. It's not great. It's like $2.50 a mile, but it'll get you out of an area that most people would take $2.50 a mile. So
right. And,
yeah,
well,
I'm more.
most people
I'm
probably take like $1.60 a mile out of there if you're
right.
getting 250.
Yeah. So, and that's out of like, you know, that's out of the deep South. So
Right. No, it's amazing talking to you. Who I mean, there's times I've talked to you where I know, like your carrier has X amount of trucks every day at that facility. Like that's such a benefit for you. You know what I mean? Versus always trying to have to find the next thing.
right.
At least that's how I view it. Reefer guy says leasing with a reputable carrier's easy for sure, but having your own authority is better if you ask me. But without a dispatcher, market knowledge is a must. A challenge I faced early on.
Yeah, I would say 90% of the people that are doing it are ill-equipped to have their own authority. Either in market knowledge, negotiation skills, business skills, most things in general. They'd be better off leased to a carrier.
Yeah.
Well, that reefer guy got his wish because Cash
Hey,
is
I'm
here.
Yeah, everybody check out that Reefer guy. Hey, I was looking today. Epic Trucking Fails got 1,000 subscribers. So
Woo!
no matter what, you won't be in the first 1,000. Sorry if you're not subscribed already, but hey, go do it anyway.
Skip Hansen's in the house. He says, I am Adam Bennett.
He must have dropped the middle initial. I thought it was Skip E. Hansen.
He likes to change it up every now and then.
Ah, okay.
He
I think
forgets.
all them Hansons, they're a little shifty.
He forgets. CJ Hudson says, question, instead of walking into their channel to make fun of you, bring them on yours. All in good fun, of course. Yes. Hey, you know what? These two, I mean, I've learned so much from these two. Between the insults, the humiliation, you name it, I have learned a lot from these two. So I thought, hey, why not have them on? Oh, we got another one. Rob E. Hansen is in the house. Says, I got some damn good RVs for sale.
Oh,
Oh, now my internet's slowing down. Son of a biscuit. Mark Ely says, to me, in my opinion, I don't mind getting or giving a percentage. I need access to customers. I hate doing dedicated, but I love 10K a week during a reset. Yeah, who wouldn't love that right now? Cents per mile says, this is an orange shirt gang. I'm not wearing orange.
That's what's up, though.
mm-hmm.
See, CJ Hudson says DIY should really have a .edu website.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
all the knowledge.
OnlyFans /DIY.edu.
I would avoid that at all cost. At all cost. You couldn't pay me enough. Couldn't pay me enough. So, Cash, let me ask you this. Are you an OTR driver manager?
I am not, because I don't have the patience. I tried to train people a long time ago. It didn't work out well. So, no, I'm steering clear of that. I'm trying to be a sellout these days. Have I told you about Zero Breeze?
Please do. Please.
Yeah,
Is that running off of batteries right now?
it is. It is running off of batteries. 2,300 BTUs of American air conditioning. Do you have swamp ass? That's the cure.
Not anymore. Not since I got me a Zero Breeze.
I'll say this. I was in your new Freightliner yesterday, DIY. That APU is
The bad whammer
phenomenal.
jammer. Yeah.
It is that is a great APU.
What were you doing? Were you in the bunk?
No, I was not in the bunk. I was
What kind of
managing
training were you
some-
doing?
He was managing that situation.
I was showing
training or
somebody
pulling
about
a train?
logs.
Oh,
Yeah. Mark Ely says, if it ever comes up, when I was a kid, I wrote a letter to Big Bird. He wrote back with an autographed photo. Memories, LOL.
Solid dude.
I was just talking to somebody today about old shows we watched. I remember waking up in like 5th grade, and I think I have the show right. Cash, you're my age. Wasn't there a show like Bozo the Clown Show? Like it was a clown that it was like a.
that was when I was young.
Do I have it right? Was it Bozo the Clown
Yeah,
Show
it
or
was
something?
Bozo the Clown. Yeah.
It was like a
Yeah.
kid show, and they did like it was almost
starring John Wayne Gacy.
yeah, yeah, right. I was talking to the Mackinac kid today about that. Oh shoot! Now I'm messing this
What
all
does he
up.
know? He can't even fill out paperwork.
Oh, is he trying to?
Nor does he have a website.
Not everybody needs a website. Pays better. Damn.
You got to remember, Fate, I'm way younger than you, by the way. Like,
well, I know you're younger than me. You're not way younger than me, and I still don't believe you about your age when you tell me. Not one bit. And I was trying to get you to slip up. We were talking, and it wasn't like I was trying to get you to slip up, but you had said something. I'm like, oh man, he's about to tell me his age. And then I think you realized it and you changed the topic.
He is younger.
I'm so deep into your cerebellum, it ain't even funny, dog. Like,
we got a MRI of Fate's head, and I saw a lawn chair and a fire pit in there with Cash roasting some marshmallows.
Oh, no, I was born in 83. 83.
Get the cerebrum, cerebellum, and the medulla, and then there's this little space over here in the corner that says Cash.
Yeah. Well, you're in there too. Music City Transport stopped by, said, making it happen, Captain. Hashtag Dry Van Mafia. I'm glad things are working out for you. I know he was in the Reefer game for a while, too. Mark Ely channel member says, my business model came from Cash is King. My knowledge comes from DIY.
Huh.
Hey, come on, you two. Corky Hansen with $100 super chat. Thank you
Woo,
so
damn,
much, Corky. Here's some training pay so you can stop hassling DIY. I appreciate that,
Thanks,
Corky.
Corky.
You gotta
But-
wonder where Corky gets that kind of money, right? I mean, is he bootlegging KFC again?
I've heard Corky likes the horses down at the track.
Okay.
Little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know he was bootlegging KFC into an unknown territory before and got in real trouble for that. You can't cross state lines with that recipe.
It's Kentucky
They've
Fried
gone-
Chicken. It ain't Tennessee Fried Chicken, Corky.
They've gone downhill. Well, I appreciate that $100 super chat, Corky. I appreciate it. So I skipped one here. Grandpa, how do you say? It's not Grandpa.
Wow.
It's
Hang in there, folks.
We're gonna
get through this.
Grandpap E. Hansen. Anyone got any food stamps for sale? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Grandpap.
Oh man.
Bozo was a closet drunk for sure. Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that show today when I was talking to Killian's, but that show came into my mind.
Hey, do you know why cannibals don't eat clowns?
Why can't? No, why?
Because they taste funny.
Ooh, that's so dumb. So dumb. Grade A Transportation says, I thought you were more than a Ren and Stimpy follower. No, I never watched them. Every now and then they would be on back in the day, like MTV, I believe, and I would catch a show on MTV. I didn't watch a lot of TV when I was young. Very little TV. I was all busy doing things.
Hockey and whatnot.
Yeah. Yep. Hockey or some other sport or doing something. Bozo was on channel 38 in Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, well, I can't believe you remember the channel, Mark. I have no idea what the channel was that it was on. I just remember seeing it in the mornings. Mark Ely, channel member, says, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, if everybody could do that for me, that'd be great. I was going to do kind of some questions. Not that anybody cares what I'm doing anyways, but figure answer some. Hold on, I'm going to read this one comment and then talk a little bit. Reefer guy says, at Mark Ely, I read a lot. Learning Reefer is tough and necessary, essentially when you're OTR for 2 or 3 months like I am, trying to find a niche. Learning Reefer is tough. So I had a guy ask me yesterday when I was doing my training how long I had been doing reefer work and how I knew things about his reefer that he didn't. I was like, I told him, like, man, I've done reefer work for probably 15 years. Granted, it wasn't all OTR reefer work, but clear codes and things like that. Like those are things that you do have to learn how to do. And I believe DIY has some has some videos on how to clear codes, or you could have somebody wake you up in a truck stop and clear your code for you. I haven't shared that. I'm going to share it now.
And well, to be clear, I've got videos on reefer codes because I'm the up and coming work on your truck guy.
Yes.
You could save some money that way.
Uh,
So here's a funny story real quick. I was at a truck stop that Cash and I have been talking during the day. He told me he was going to try and make the same truck stop I was going to make. I got there hours before him, told him, well, it wasn't out. Well, yeah, a couple hours before him. And I texted him and just said, hey, lot's wide open. And I went to sleep. And well, screw it. I was in Gary, Indiana. And I woke up to my truck shaking, like my bunk shaking. And I looked out the window and I don't see anybody. So I fall back to sleep. Well, then it does it again. And I think somebody's stealing stuff from the back of my trailer because that's been known to happen at that truck stop. So I jump out of my truck with my hammer in my hand and I look, and all of a sudden I see a green shirt in between my truck and trailer. And it scared the crap out of me. Like, I'm like, great, somebody's trying to steal stuff from me. And all of a sudden out of nowhere, Cash, oh, it's just me. He's laughing his ass off as he's shaking my truck to wake me up. And the whole time, like, he heard me, like, moving around in my bunk, looking out the window and stuff like that. And he scared the living crap out of me. And then I proceeded to make him pay for everything.
Yeah, and to make it very clear, I could have stole everything on that trailer in the time it took you to get up. I could have literally backed a U-Haul up and just been gone with everything. Hell, I could have stole the batteries out of his truck. It took him so long to get up. Like, I could have left with the drive shaft, 4 new batteries, and a hood, and he'd have never known it.
You know what, like, scared me the most was I had the windows open with my fan on, which the fan's kind of loud, but you were like right by my window and I couldn't hear you. So, like, I think about that now when I'm going to bed at night.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I can't hear if somebody's messing with me or what.
Yeah, and I got a phone call standing right beside your window, and you'd never even heard it.
No, I
Like,
didn't.
He could have stole 50 foot-pounds of torque from you. You wouldn't even have known.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Mark Ely says, practice makes it happen. Keep reading, keep studying. Don't be shy and ask a tech when you're, working on the unit. I'll be honest with you all. I learned something last time I brought my truck in for, trailer in for maintenance, that I need to do a better job at having is it the condenser? I need to have it sprayed out more. I guess it was like, what is that? It's not the radiator, is it? DIY?
On the Reefer?
Yeah. What needed to be sprayed? Mine was pretty clogged.
Condenser.
Condenser, yeah. I need to have my condenser sprayed out more. That was something, A, that I overlooked, and B, I didn't know I needed to do. Gary Bates is...
Sorry. Earlier, someone was talking about learning Reefer. I think they might have been talking about learning the lanes, not learning how to operate. Because learning to operate the Reefers, like, you could teach somebody that in a couple hours at a shipper, but like to learn the lanes, it would take a lot more.
Yeah. And that's where following, in my mind, that's where following somebody that has more experience than you is important. Look at what they're doing and try and mimic what they're doing. I mean, the reason I run the lanes I run is because DIY told me about them. And then I, being new, I was watching your channel all the time, and you were basically running very similar lanes to what I was doing. I'm talking about you, Cash. And it was like, okay, if this guy's doing it and I see his weekly recaps every week or this and that, like, I probably should stay on this lane. Even though it's, at times, I don't like it.
If we follow that logic, though, I want DIY money. So you're saying I should start buying Freightliners and never sell any?
You should. Yes, they only appreciate in value.
Okay, I should corner the market on every Freightliner I can find at a certain price point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seems like good logic.
Got a Peterbilt for sale? I ain't interested. Nice old Western Star? You can keep it. Stack up the Freightliners in the driveway.
Okay, I got you.
I'm down to 3 in the driveway.
Oh, so you're heavy looking, I imagine.
I noticed something in the video you did too.
What's
Um,
that?
of the metal roofing with the
Uh-huh.
coating on it.
Uh-huh.
I'm funny you're able to park those trucks where they're parked. That's
Why is
all I'm
that?
gonna say.
Why is that?
Well, I don't want to give a. It looked well. I know that was your driveway, like your home driveway.
Yeah, I have to empty out the driveway over by the shop because they're coming tomorrow to work over
Oh,
there.
to work on it.
Yeah. He needed everything out the way.
So talk about that a little bit.
I thought I did.
Well, you just said it real quick. How
Just-
wide are you making the drive? Are you
not
clearing behind it or what?
in time, but just for right now, just several feet. And actually, my main objective is to redo the grade to keep the water from running towards the shop. I need to adjust the grade so it runs away. I did it
Okay.
kind of in a hurry when I put that road base down, and
Ca-
water runs in the shop.
Can I suggest one more thing?
What's that?
Climb a tree with a chainsaw and take that big branch that basically hangs over the whole damn road out of the way.
Yeah, that's a big old branch.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I would never try that myself.
Gary Bates has a question for us. How many buttholes does it take to get to the center hole? Rob E. Hansen says, I got 2 for $70K RVs for sale going on now.
He loves a good RV sale.
He's obsessed, I think.
Rockin' Robin Trucking's in the house. Evening all. Going, spelunking in the morning. Splunking in the morning.
Spelunking,
What's spelunking?
cave exploring.
Oh, really?
Make sure you tether off. Leave that breadcrumb trail.
I'd take a canary with me. Or is that a mine? Yeah,
a
never
mine.
mind.
That's a mine.
I like having a canary with me anyway. I'll probably take him along if I was going.
Yeah. I mean, you already got it.
What can it hurt?
Right.
So Gary Bates says, Fate or F8, are you the biggest OTR manager? I'm the best. I am the best. That's oh, here we go. Mackinac Life's in the house. I got that paperwork wet at the lake, DIY. He probably dropped it in. He told me a story about, he leaned over his boat and his headset fell in the water. His like couple $100 pair of sunglasses fell in the water. And he just watched it all sink to the bottom.
Yeah, he told me he dropped a $300 set of sunglasses in the lake the other day. I was like, you got a GPS coordinates on that?
Rookie mistake, because they do make fishing sunglasses that float, that don't cost $300, that are polarized so that you can look through the water. Yeah, he's doing big things. I think he just finished 5th in a tournament the other day. He'll be out of trucking by next spring.
Better get that all out of your system.
He'll just be fishing. Gary Pate says, do you charge 20% to dispatch, $1 per mile freight? Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Just trying to see some other comments. Here we go. Channel member Barry's in the house. Helen Waite says she is the driver manager. You got a problem? That's somebody I don't know. Should I know who that person is?
I don't know. Maybe.
What? Tell me.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm searching it right now. This is, wait. Credit manager. Anyways, I'll look that up. I don't know who that is, Barry.
Maybe it's more in the name than it is a person.
Helen Waite. Helen Waite says she is the driver manager.
I mean, if I was your dispatcher, I'd just tell you to go to hell and wait.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Yes. Okay.
Whew.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, over my head.
Sorry. Hold on, I need a Gatorade after that. Whew.
Oh yeah.
Need to rehydrate.
Enunciate this first word. Rusa. Rusa Logistics. Rosa. I give up. Let's get serious now. What's your opinion on detention time and FMCSA new survey about it? Detention time. Listen, in my opinion, I think it is absolutely ridiculous how long it takes to get unloaded at some of these facilities. Last week, I lumped one of my loads. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you did.
I asked, I made a delivery to a Cisco Foods, and I was under some time restraints. I had another delivery like two hours from my appointment time at Cisco. I was about 30 miles away from that delivery. So I said, hey, can I take the product off? And they said, yes. It was 3 pallets that had to be broken down into 12 pallets. It was the most ridiculous thing. And I don't think it should be something that we sit there and wait for them to do. They didn't need to do it to count the product. You could have counted all the product on the 3 pallets that I pulled off the trailer. So I think if you sit somewhere for more than, honestly, I know a lot of brokers, it's 2-3 hours. I think it should be an hour. And I think we should be paid very handsomely for it. Not this $25 an hour or $30 an hour, because there's no need for it. Because what I saw in there were all the lumpers, honestly, like walking around. That's what I saw. I saw maybe 2 trucks out of the 50 that were there getting loaded. Everybody else was just kind of walking around.
Yeah. Now let me tell you the real deal on it. FMCSA and their survey, they can take it and cram it sideways. FMCSA is not going to do a damn thing to help you about it. And if they make a new rule on it, guess what? The law of unintended consequences, it's going to end up hurting you. Anything they do ends up hurting us in the long run. They pretend to care about all these little non-issues, and then they don't do a damn thing about the big issues. All this fraud right now could be taken care of by the FMCSA if they increase their vetting process for carriers and brokers. There is no vetting for. If I started, it's 6:13 p.m. I could go on the FMCSA website and have a brokerage opened by 7 o'clock, and then tomorrow morning I could call and get a bond set, and I could have an active brokerage within hours. That's all there is to it. There is no new entrant audit unless you commit a major atrocity. There's going to be no audit of your brokerage ever, most likely. And that's got to stop. And they could vet these people to see if they are in fact in the United. At minimum, they could take care of the problem of these people not having an actual presence in the United States. That would solve half this problem. They don't follow up on the reports. When you report bad behavior, they could give a damn. They say, "Oh, we'll get to it eventually." That might be 10 years, and that's not an exaggeration. They don't give a damn. Don't ask them to fix any of your problems because they're going to make it worse. Anything they do with anything makes it worse. I can't look at every time they mess with the hours of service or mess with anything. Say they come in and make it a mandatory 2-hour unload for trucks, or there's a financial penalty. Where do you think that penalty is going to go to? You think it's going to go to you? No, they're going to be penalized by the FMCSA, and they're going to take the money. You're not going to see any of it. And that'll just force the hand of shippers and receivers to extremely strict appointment times. And if you don't get it,
it'll go to first come, first serve on everything. There'll be no more appointment times. And everybody will show up first thing in the morning, and you'll be there for 8 hours.
Or they'll make it, even if you don't have an appointment. It will be against you. It will be against you. So don't ask for them to solve your problem. Find a way to solve your own problem.
And there we go. ISX Cummins 565's in the house. Hello from Tennessee. Shannon Thomas Trucking's in the house. I watched your live a little earlier today. I was actually going to go live and saw that Shannon was live, so I didn't. See, gosh, hold on.
Are you trying to lump another load?
It's the Sabbath. Please don't be doing that on the Sabbath. What in the hell is he? Is he puking?
I don't have
Get the
that zero
mustache
breeze.
hair in your throat.
It's all the humidity. CJ
Ah.
Hudson says, as long as the seal and temp unit is right, you shouldn't be held while everything is counted, etc. Yes, I need one, Cash. So I asked Cash if I could borrow a zero breeze, and he proceeded to tell me when I borrow things, I don't give things back. I wonder where he
That's
would have
what
got that from.
That's what I hear.
Yep.
I remember knocking on somebody's door and having them answer the door in their underwear and saying, "Here you go, here you go." And I don't even know.
Where's the pedestal for my GPS that I gave you?
It didn't have a pedestal.
Yes, it did.
No, it did not. What
it
I
sat
would
on your
do,
dash. It sat on your dash because the back I tried to epoxy it to the dash, and the epoxy dried on the pedestal. You couldn't put it on the dash, so I just lay it on the dashboard, and then using the pedestal, it would prop it up to keep it up like this.
mine, I didn't have the pedestal. What I would suggest you
It
do,
was there when I gave it to you. I'd suggest
you
go
didn't give it to
pound
me.
it sideways. Yes, I did.
I dug it out of a plastic bag in your shed.
With the pedestal on it.
No, I would highly
No.
highly suggest go dig in that
You're wrong.
bag of everything that was in there.
No.
I'll give you a damn pedestal.
No, I don't want your stinking
I'll give you a
freebie pet.
damn
No, I don't want
pedestal.
it. Keep it.
God. I'm the manager. You can't talk to me that way. Dan the boatman's in the house, says, boom, I'm here. Well, welcome, Dan. Welcome. Anyone ever done a bird bath in Florida?
I've never done it, but I've seen it online.
I've Googled that, and I can say I have not done that, but I'm definitely putting it on my list. Bucket list.
So he says Surge owed $2 million and their bond is $75K. Yeah, DIY, can you explain that? Because that's something I don't understand. If a brokerage is brokering that high of volume and that much money out, why is their bond only $75,000?
Because that's all the federal government requires. That's all that's required.
Huh.
Mm.
Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
There's ups and downs of both sides. Like if you're doing, $1 million a day in freight, $1,000 is a drop in the bucket. It's nothing. On the other hand, if you raise it too high, you make the barrier of entry too high, and nobody could ever really start a brokerage except for a big corporation. So, all those things that we hate and think, the little guy could do better, there would be no little guy.
Well, do you think there should be levels?
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I have zero confidence that the FMCSA or anybody in the government is wise enough to figure that out or administer it. And you know what? It wouldn't matter anyway. The bond is $75,000. None of it matters because none of it is enforced.
Yeah,
nothing. They don't. The only thing they enforce is us, right? And I'm not putting this us against them. That's the truth. There is no rules enforced against an interstate shipper, receiver, lumping service. There's some against brokers. There is because they've been harmed in some lawsuits. The only thing that is enforced is us. So it doesn't matter what in the hell they do. And you know what? I would say don't do anything. We'd be better off than them trying to do something. Just leave it alone. They would only make it worse. And by the way, you think the Surge bankruptcy is bad? Wait till you get a hold of the yellow one. Oh my gosh. I've been meaning to make a video about this. I've talked to a few different people and a transportation attorney. They're saying their delinquencies very well could exceed $1 billion. Be the largest transportation bankruptcy ever. And unfortunately, I've been getting a lot of emails from people misunderstanding the whole freight bill in bankruptcy collections type thing, you're going to get nothing. Because you know who is going to get paid first is the secured creditors, and the receivables and assets are not big enough hardly to cover the secured creditors. There'd be nothing left for unsecured. Your pissy ass freight bill is going to be pushed way to the bottom. So get an attorney and or a collections a transportation collections agency, because something you may not know is there's an 18-month deadline on going back after third-party beneficiaries. So they can only go after the shipper, receiver, or third-party beneficiary for 18 months from the time of the freight bill. And these things take time, so get it started now. Been talking about Alexander Winton. Some people have called them, have a problem with their they have a tiered system. The lowest commission they have is 20%. The highest is going to be 40%. If the company you're dealing with is in bankruptcy, it's going to be 40%. But guess what? That's because it's incredibly hard to collect. And you're either going to pay 40% or you're going to get nothing. And you don't pay anything if they don't collect. But you're going to get nothing. You're going to get nothing. So try to get something. You need representation. They're in bankruptcy. This is in a court. You need representation. I've gotten emails. Oh, well, I'll just take them to small claims court. There is no way. They have no leg to stand on. They're going to lose. You're going to get bounced right out of court. It's in bankruptcy, Jack. Nobody can hear the case. It's in bankruptcy. They under bankruptcy protection. There is nothing you can do. You will not seize an asset. You will not win in small claims court. You will not anything except for sit there and take the loss. The only chance you have.
Bankruptcy is federal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're in federal court. You're not going to be able to do anything. Once it hits the federal level, bankruptcy is federal.
Well, there are different rules that play in, but for the most part, for them, yes, it's going to be. There's state regulations for bankruptcy as well.
Right, but I believe in even my personal bankruptcy went through a federal courts. It didn't go through the state courts at all. I had to go to the actual federal.
It's not going to
courthouse.
There's some different rules but yeah. So for the most, we'll just say that that's apply the best.
Talking about detention, don't you love it when they keep your reefer doors open for 3 hours on -10? I have learned a trick about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that anymore.
I would ask you to reconsider that. You know what's going to happen if they request a reefer download? You're going to pay for that load. If you change the temperature, you're going to buy that load.
You're probably right.
I am right. You know why? Because I've had to do it recently, and the only thing that saved us is the reefer download said we were at the correct temperature for the whole period of time.
But it doesn't stay at temperature.
It does not matter.
It just doesn't matter. It just matters what the reefer's saying.
It is your obligation to set that reefer where they tell you to set it. And if there's anything other than that, it's going to be on you.
Cents per mile says that mustache is awful authoritative towards his boss. I don't consider DIY my boss. And I'm not saying that to be funny. Obviously DIY is in control of whether I continue to be leased on here or not, but I don't view him as my boss.
That's my shortcoming.
Is that due to the recent forms you've had to fill out?
Exactly. I wanted him to go in depth. Damn it, Cash. I wanted him to start saying stuff, and I'd be like, well, I think I signed something and returned it to you that basically equivocally says you're not my boss.
I'm not. You're right. You're an independent contractor, but you don't have to be one here.
That's what I said. You are. Yeah, I know. Call me Cooley's in the house. I watched his live for a while, or didn't watch it, listened to it today when I was driving. Yeah, thanks for stopping in here. Call me Cooley. That's another guy who is a fleet owner doing a lot of work on his trucks right now, trying to save money. I highly suggest you check out his channel. Call Me Cooley. Really, I've learned stuff from him too, because he actually lives in an area that or he's based in an area that was that last summer. I spent a lot of time in that area. I ran a bunch of like multi-stop water loads out in that area. CJ Hudson says FMCSA is dirt. I can't do that right.
Have the mustache try it.
Carriers, let me read this one. Carriers insurance varies. So why would the bond requirements remain in tactical? I can't say it.
How about try identical?
For TQL and identical, thank you. Identical for TQL and smaller in-house. That's a great question. Yeah, why would it be the same?
Write your congressman.
That's a great question. That Reefer guy says, boom. Stop stealing my stuff, that Reefer guy. Bond operate on a percentage basis if it exceeds the amount. The 2 million will be divided proprietarily. Prohibitionally.
Let's break it down. Pro, right?
Yep.
Poor. Shun. Right?
Lee.
Yes. Now let's proportion.
Yeah, I can't say it. Proportionally.
There you go.
Proportionally.
You did a great job enunciating that.
Proportionally. From that $75,000, which means someone will literally receive pennies, and they made that crap legal.
Here's the thing, though. It's $12 million. So break that down. You get like fractions of a penny.
Yeah.
That's how that works, huh?
You're going to get nothing. So hire them to go after third-party beneficiary and have a chance to get something.
He finds it funny. I'm glad you find it funny. Big words. Big words. You know what, guys? I hate to do this, but I need to turn my truck on. Well, you know what? Screw it. If it gets loud, I apologize. I'm dying in here. I gotta turn my truck on.
I gotta be honest with you.
You look pretty comfortable.
I'm catching this 61-degree air right here, and it's feeling pretty good over here. I gotta be honest with you.
You look great. I mean, I don't even see any flop sweat or nothing.
Even my back's cool. Normally with this seat, your back's hot all the time. Perfect.
And what's that contraption called?
Zero breeze. Yeah, zero.
Where does a chap find something like that?
I'd use a link in one of my video descriptions, get you a big discount if you use that.
Okay.
Actually, until the end of the month, they've got a sale going on where if you go back and look at my community post about a week ago, you can get $100 off of one.
Wow.
Yeah. And here's the deal. I have a contraption where they sent me this one with the battery. Don't worry about the battery so much. Run it off your truck batteries.
Yes, cents per mile. I understood what I was saying, you son of a skit. Oh, sorry. I started getting really hot in here. I had to turn the AC on.
You seem like you're getting a little salty. You're giving off salty vibes.
Can we say a little prayer for his DPF filters real quick? Dear Lord in heaven, please don't clog up Fate's DPF filters before he buys a zero breeze like I've suggested many a day.
And dear Lord, we know that Fate don't believe in you, but we know that you believe in him and you're going to take care of his DPF filters. Even if he doesn't. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, I hate you too. Here's the thing. I have to be home. Actually, Cash, what you told me the other day about where I should send the zero breeze is absolutely right. I know I can talk to the guy and say, hey, I'm going to send this to you. Are you okay with that? And he would let me do it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he would.
You talking
Yeah.
about Mr. Mike?
Yes, I am.
I'm sending something out there for another driver right tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's what I need to do, because I keep saying, oh, I'm going to order it before I go home. So then when I'm home, it's there. And I haven't been home. And I don't I don't know when I'm going to be home next. Everybody's making fun of me. Old school, new school's in the house. I haven't seen him in a while. How you doing, man? Hooked on Phonics worked for me.
Glad it worked for somebody.
Stop. Dan, hold on. Dan Boatman says Cash looks preoccupied. Cash, what are you doing? Cash is like probably cashing checks.
Me, I'm running an empire over here. Selling zero breeze and whatnot.
And what's above your right shoulder there? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure.
Or,
That's
sorry, left
fuel.
shoulder.
That's a fuel additive. I'd rather you buy a zero breeze though. That's better than idling your truck.
I gotta get cold in here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I know I'm paying for the fuel. Hey, look at that lawn ornament. Looks beautiful. Ooh. I talked to somebody the other day that told me we're in end times, end of days.
Smart person. Who was that?
Somebody. WCF Invader says that.
Was he from Tennessee?
No.
Oh.
No. Florida, of all places. I don't trust people from. I'm gonna be quiet.
Florida.
From
You
Florida.
talking about it when I went to Florida? What are you talking about?
No. I'm not gonna talk about it. Everybody's entitled to their beliefs. WCF Invader says that lightweight, he needs to get a zero breeze. I really do, man. Oh, here's a super chat. Thank you, Jackknife TV. I appreciate that. Larry McDonald's hosting this live. What do we have? Larry McDonald's hosting this live. Once again,
maybe you'll get it right the third time. Try again.
Yeah, try one more time. Run her through.
Oh, Lanny McDonald's? Who's that?
If you don't know, we ain't gonna tell you.
I hate this. I hate that I don't know things that people make fun of me about, because then I have to go back like that Ron Jeremy thing. I had no clue about that. Thank you.
I bet you do now.
Jack
That's why you were
TV,
lumping loads
that.
yesterday.
Oh, that wasn't yesterday. Oh, well, now it's getting cool in here, but my camera's shaking. Let's see. Moats in the house says, what's going on, Fade? I'm getting loaded and heading to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Well, have fun in Indiana, Moat. Thanks for stopping by here. People are praying for the DPF filters. Probably should have taken, I debated. Here's the thing. This truck, the fuel mileage versus the Mac is just so extraordinary. Like, this truck gets so much better than the fuel mileage than the Mac, but the Mac does have that APU and it's still hot out. I probably should have taken that.
Or, hey, by the way, you didn't read my whole my whole thing there. I feel like I got ripped off.
Who are you?
Super chat, Cash is King Trucking.
I haven't gotten down there yet. Is it supposed to show up?
I don't know.
I'll go to it. There's another super chat here. Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Gary Bates says, batalttransportation.com. Check it out, Fate.
Another one of them .com boys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll try and find yours, Cash. I apologize.
Oh, I thought you had already read it. I don't know what I was hearing.
Cash is King with a $10 super chat. Here's some money for new DPF filters. Praise Jesus. Well, thank you, Cassius King. I
Somebody
appreciate that.
timestamp that for me real quick. 1 hour 19 minutes. I got a fake jugger saying praise Jesus. Well worth the
You
$10.
son of a biscuit!
Sign of the end times.
Do you see what this is? What you guys do to me?
Best
Even
$10 I spent all week right there.
even fake trucking's praising Jesus. It is the end times.
CJ Hudson says DIY. Ain't there a anti-idle policy that even contractors have to follow?
Interesting.
Here's the thing. I've had enough people
there
tell
ain't,
me
there ought
what
to
I
be.
can do with my equipment. I'm not going to have somebody else tell me what I can do with my equipment. They don't pay my damn bills.
Oh,
Mm,
kind
I
of do.
think
I kind of do.
facts.
What do you mean? You don't pay my
Like-
bills.
The money you use to pay your bills comes from me.
No, it doesn't. Comes from the brokers and customers I deal with.
That pay me. That pay you.
Well, they pay the carrier and then the carrier pays me. You're not independent of your carrier? What kind of business owner are you?
I am omnipresent.
What kind of business owner are you?
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I'll work on my business model. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Shannon says, Cash, I'm thinking about investing in that Zero Breeze versus 14K. Yes. I am buying a Zero Breeze instead of putting on another APU on this truck. Listen, the APU is great. When I bought it, it made sense for me to buy it. It doesn't make sense for me to buy another one right now. And I also didn't spend $14,000 on it. But I thought about buying, what was that? I thought about buying Smart Idle, where, the truck turns on for a while and gets, the parameters that you set in the bunk and then shuts off. But that defeats the purpose of not idling. I mean, right now, actually, it's cool enough in here now.
That's hell on a diesel engine to crank them
For
up,
10
let them run
minutes.
for 5 minutes, and then cut them off.
Well, once again, my equipment. If I destroy it, I destroy it. That's okay. Just buy another one.
Oh no, I'm
more
just letting the
totals.
people out there in YouTube land know, in case they didn't know.
Well, I think we all know it's not a good idea.
It was a 5-minute cool down period. 1 minute warm up, 5-minute cool down.
Nice.
I don't know why I do this to myself. Old school, new school says, been okay. Driving early mornings. It's my bedtime now. Well, good night. Thanks for stopping by here. I appreciate it. Moat says, I really want to buy a truck and start my own authority. Can I ask why you want to start your own authority? I support buying a truck. Hey, I know there's lots of people on YouTube that might tell you differently. I actually support people. If it's something that you want to do, you've done the research, you understand at times you're going to be worse off than being like if you work for a good company. It's all in your mind frame. What might look bad on paper, you might understand that there's a reason it looks bad on paper, and it gets you to the months that are really good on paper. So I'm not opposed to people buying a truck, but I don't know why you want to start your own authority right now.
I'm gonna go the other way with that. I'm gonna tell you the end times are upon us. You should do everything you want to do that you've wanted to do in life because time is short and it won't matter soon anyways. So you go ahead and do it.
And back to the Zero Breeze thing, if I had a pet in the truck, I'm more concerned about my dog than I am myself.
Yes.
So, as any, good person should be. So the way I look at it is, if I had a dog in here, I'd probably spend the $14,000 and get them an APU so they were comfortable. But I'm me, and this is 2,300 BTU. If you run a lot of like Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Southern California, Florida, probably not going to be enough. Like, hell, there was a day in Florida about a week ago or so. I ran the air conditioner with the Zero Breeze sitting on top of it and barely could keep it cool. You know what I mean? That's like 8,000 BTUs combined.
What would you do if you had a pet squirrel that liked to lay across and sleep on your upper lip? Like to just crawl up on your face and play dead.
Oh man, when is that caterpillar gonna go to its cocoon and become a butterfly? Is what I'm wondering.
What if you had a chipmunk that liked to play comatose on your face?
Who made that
I've heard enough. Son of a. I hate you two.
See, I can unmute myself just so you know.
How? How can you do that?
Oh,
We'll never tell.
Oh, you two. You drive me nuts. Holly.
No, those are just from the squirrel hanging in your face.
You're just jealous. Hollywood says cash, cash, cash. What name? Or yeah, name. DIY the guy who drops trucking dimes, and that 2-title reefer guy is so blessed.
Mm. I'm not ashamed of you. I'm growing a tribute mustache. You see that? This is a couple days old. We'll get there.
Yeah. Well, you'll never look like this.
Oh, thank
Never
you,
look like
Jesus,
this.
for watching out for DPF filters. Not let me look like fake trucking. Amen.
Moat says, do you think the trucking industry is in trouble with the economy being bad and a lot of trucking companies are going out of business?
Where you been for 8 months?
That's so. I think about that a lot when I see these big companies going out of business, and it does worry me. The one thing that I kind of look at is obviously I don't have the overhead that these big companies have. I read something the other day where there was a company that had 50 freight liners that were all leased. Like that's got to be a huge bill every month to cover. You know what I mean? 50 trucks at how much do you think they charge to lease a
I
truck?
don't know. Oh shoot, probably $4,000 a month. Give it with all the. Well, usually with them leases, there's a flat rate and then a mileage fee if you go over like 100,000 miles a year. Say it's 3,500 a month times 50. No, it's 175 grand a month.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It's the most
A lot
expensive
of
way to
money.
own a truck.
Dan Boatman says, I don't idle my truck. I have a generator and roof air. Yeah, I need to do something with this truck. Well, I'm going to buy a Zero Breeze. Listen, the lanes that I travel, I don't mind. I can sleep when it's hot out. I don't like humidity. Like, I don't like feeling sticky and crap like that. So, according to Cash, the Zero Breeze does a very good job at removing the humidity from a small area. So I actually have a curtain that I'm gonna put. I'm gonna have like a little bunk area. So I'm gonna shut my regular curtains. Then I have another curtain that's going on the top bunk that's gonna cover the bottom bunk, and I'm gonna set the Zero Breeze up that way. So it's really only trying to cool a very small area. Wonder why Cash isn't connected.
Yeah, what'd you do? Why'd you kick him out?
I did
He didn't
not.
do nothing.
I didn't kick Cash out. He decided he had enough of these shenanigans.
Smart.
Skip Hansen said, for sure it's end times. Rockin' Robin Trucking says, I like that website, Gary. Old School, New School says, I like my tri-pack. Yeah, that's what I have. I have a refurbished tri-pack on the Mac. All right, Cash is back here. You ready to go?
Praise Jesus.
Is that gonna make his ring? That gonna be his ringtone?
Oh, I was thinking about buying a soundboard for my live shows. You know, like a programmable, soundboard. And I think I'm going to do it now. And my first button's going to be fake trucking. Praise Jesus.
Oh, I got a better idea. You ready?
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Praise Jesus. I turned it off. Sorry.
Oh, damn it.
Old School, New
I said
School.
ready, but I wasn't.
Old School, New School says, I will pour one out for Fate's DPF.
He gonna need it.
No, I'm not. I don't idle this truck very much. I guarantee. So let's see. I know a few of the other guys. I know another guy that just bought a new Freightliner or used Freightliner that's leased on here. He's got a zero breeze. I know he doesn't idle his truck. I don't really idle my truck. I don't know how the other people, do it, but I don't idle a lot. WCF Invader says, "Good Lord, I pray for Fate's soul in his truck. I pray you bless his DPF filters and give him wisdom to trust." Yeah,
Amen.
okay.
Amen.
Hey, like I said, everybody's entitled to believe what they want to believe.
Hashtag truth. You would think with a name like Faith Trucking that
It's not
you
Faith.
would. Wait a minute. What?
It's not Faith Trucking. It's Fate.
Now
Oh,
I got to re-examine everything I ever believed about you.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about this. People will get mad at me. So stop bringing it up. Cents per mile says, "I ran my rig 5 days straight this week in the dirty deep south. What's a DPF?" Yeah, I can always just get it deleted and pay a huge fine. Not inverter generator. Shannon says, "I am probably going to stay mostly south. And yes, the dog is a concern. Money. Why are you staying south, Shannon? You're from Michigan. Oh, sitting by the campfire, huh, DIY?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going to stay south? I mean, maybe you have good connections in the south, but I would say your experience of driving in the Midwest in the winter can only benefit you, because there's a lot of people come November, even October, that they head south and they don't want to come up into the Midwest or areas that have a lot of snow and ice. And you're from the Midwest. Like, I don't know. Then again, I don't go south very much. That's what she said. "I got my authority and truck right out of the gate. Never
does that
looked
mean?
back, making it happen. Good for you, Rockin' Robin Trucking." I didn't go that route. When I decided to become an owner operator, I have friends who have their own authority, and they were really pushing me to buy a truck, and like lease onto a carrier. Well, then I met Cash is King and then DIY Semi, and the rest is history. And I really have no ambition of like, I think if I
I know.
grew
I have tried to talk to you about that sometimes, not having any ambition, but
of getting my own authority, you
oh,
jackass. You can't talk to your manager that way. Can't do it. Does that? Yeah, can't do it.
check
Ulcer's in
your
the house.
email, DIY. I sent you something.
No, don't. God, Ulcer's in the house. Ulcer's trucking again. For all you that don't know, Ulcer is back trucking again, and I was glad to hear that. Green APU, 26,000 BTUs of air conditioning. All parts can be got. Here's the thing, Ulcer. You can buy parts for so there's things I need for my APU. I don't have to go through Thermo King to purchase those. I don't know if I can get them at the part store though. I think one of the belts I can, because I checked. But there's a few websites I can go to get parts for my Thermo King APU at a fraction of the cost. Stop it, YouTube.
Isn't there two kinds of green APU though? Because someone was talking about one day, and then I saw a completely different looking one, and it was like the logo was different and everything. So
I, in the Mac, first had a green APU. It wasn't the diesel powered green APU, and it was the actual name was like Idle Free or Idle Green or something like that. So I remember back in the day when Nevada was talking about getting a green APU. What's so funny now? Guys making fun of me again.
no,
nothing.
I was telling them don't buy it because that's what I had on my truck. I didn't realize that green APU was like a diesel APU. You know what I mean? I would research that just like I would research where I had my APU put on. I know some people that have the green APU and they are not happy with it. And it runs all the time. That's one thing
Yeah.
I like about the Thermo Kings is it'll run and then shut off. The green APU is a generator. I mean it just runs. I think I said that right. WCF Invader says, Shannon, check out Trucking and Fixing with Ryan. He offers an APU system for, I believe, $8,000 battery operated APU. Looks like it works well. Yes, he's got a bunch of videos on it. He's installed quite a few of them now.
How many BTUs is that thing though? It never like come off the what BTU it is.
I think he said it in the last video that he made when he did the first install in, like, I think it was a red Freightliner. Because I actually contacted him.
How does
Not
that
him
translate
directly.
to foot-pounds of torque?
What?
Great Jesus!
God, I hate you.
Great Jesus!
Now give me your money. I'll be
Did you
like
get
one of
the-
those.
Did you get the video that went with it or the picture?
Oh, yes. Wait, did I? Let me try that again.
Why are YouTube like this? All right, I gotta roll my windows down. Give me a second.
That mustache has quite an opinion of its own, doesn't it?
I'm starting to like the mustache more than the man, I'll be honest about it.
Oh my God. Let me know if this gets too loud.
What are you doing now? Starting the truck again?
No, I'm gonna turn my fan on. What the? I'm gonna turn my fan on. Oh my gosh, come on.
Ooh, I'm looking at the Green APU website, and they got a Gentry and Son. Boy, everybody's took that free APU. Hang on, let me call them and see if they've ever heard of Cash is King. See if I can't get me one of them.
Ask them
And
if
I'm
they
gonna-
want a piece of the DIY.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them, hey, I can either love you or I can hate you. But it's got to be. I'm like fire and ice. Either you give me one, or I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
everybody you're a piece of shit. I mean, it's
It's
just the
better
way
f-
it is.
It's better for them if you love them. Just explain that to them.
That's right. That's right. You don't want to get no. I'm gonna get on their. They got a little thing here. Text us. I'm gonna text them. Have you ever heard of Cash is King?
Mark Ely says he pays $3,500 a month for his 2022 Freightliner. Probably when we were talking about leasing trucks.
Okay.
Jackknife TV says, I got an email from Green APU the other day offering used APUs for sale, $3,500. I got an email too from Green APU. I think all of us, anybody that's on YouTube, will get an email from Green APU.
Interestingly enough, I have never received an email from Green APU.
How about I received an email the other day from Truck Smarter asking me to like use their load board and their fuel and stuff like that.
Can I state my opinion on that? You didn't
You
cut
can,
a deal with
'cause-
them yet, did you?
No, I talked to you about it when
Yeah.
I told you I got the email and you informed me. Yeah, so share your
Yeah.
experience with them.
You tell that dirty bastard over there, Cash is King, still looking for his money.
Yeah.
When you talk to that recruiting guy over there, you say, hey, what about Cash is King, since he pulled about 50 people on there for you and you never cut him a check and you won't respond to his emails anymore.
So
Drop that on him.
so I've started. I will. I mean, seriously, I told you right away, hey, they want me to do this. They're offering me this. Well, I reached out to a pretty big company the other day in an email, and I read it to DIY. Let's see if I still have it. It was hilarious because they said in a very nice, direct way, yeah, you're not big enough, and we don't want to work with you. But here's what we'll do: we'll give you a code. If you talk about our product and people buy it, you can receive a commission off of it, but other than that, we want nothing to do with you.
Damn it.
But it was a big company. And then when I told DIY about it, he's like, you could build one of those yourself, which he was right.
It was
So,
basically it was an electric electric generator. I'm like,
Electric
so you
generator.
mean it's a battery and inverter is what you're paying $3,300 for?
Well, I'm not buying it. I wanted it for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a very, like I said, very direct email, it was, yeah, you're not what we want.
so is this the green APU they're talking about?
Yes. That's the green APU they're talking about. That's
It
different.
ain't even green.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's no bitch. But I just sent them a message. If anybody wants to go over there and harass them about Cash is King, I just sent them a text message. Said, "You ever heard of Cash is King from YouTube?" We'll see what the response is.
Mackinac's got one. Mackinac's got a green APU, and he's how I found out that it just runs constantly.
Yeah.
It never shuts off. I mean, you can shut it off with the controls, but once you turn it on, it just runs. Yeah, but that tri-pack that's on that Freightliner yours, DIY, is it's so quiet. I was shocked at how well it was working yesterday. Jackknife TV says, I might even look into that option. The only other thing I'm looking at is a 12 volt, 24 volt diesel generator with a remote start and Chinese mini split can be found on eBay. Yeah, find something that keeps your truck cool so you're not like me idling every now and then to stay comfortable. Oser says, Fate Trucking operating on wings and prayers. Neither one, Oser, neither one. Cents per mile, Jesus had a mustache. Did he? Yeah. Let's get off the Jesus topics. This trucking life, she's got the whole week down here with multiple stop load. I've been running rural northern Michigan and it's beautiful up here. Yeah, northern Michigan's an awesome place. I was up in Traverse City. Well, that must have been 2 summers ago, and that's a beautiful area. Uh-oh. The man, the myth, the legend, the animals in the house just caught you guys going around Columbus, Ohio, heading east. Well, drive careful out there. Cents per mile says, I had my turbo blessed by a minister before I bought the truck. Well, come on, you two. What are you doing? I can tell you two are working up some shenanigans.
I am.
Where's my
I'm
water?
Googling air conditioner or truck APUs on eBay. They got a 12,000 BTU 24 volt truck cab air conditioner split unit. $7,500.
Really?
Excuse me. Sorry. Hang on. Maybe I read that wrong. Hang on. I got to see what this includes. Because this sumbitch is under $1,000. Now, I know I'm sure that don't come with the batteries and everything, but damn, for $750, I may just go ahead and pop off on this.
I can buy me some batteries.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And buy a tool. I can make a toolbox and some batteries and be Bob's your uncle.
We got a question here. LTL Money says, what's a good cents per mile for leasing on to a carrier? I kind of take the cash route, the cash is king route. I remember you talking about always wanting to work on percentage versus a cents per mile. Is that still?
unless you want to give me like, $2.50 a mile and pay all miles and my tolls and you know what I mean? Like there's deals out there that I wouldn't be against, but you know, um, I mean, there's a price for everything, but I ain't doing no $1.15 plus fuel surcharge and we're gonna run them, heavy ass loads all day, every day. It ain't happening. No JCT run 3,500 miles and gross 4,300 on a week. No, no. There's got to be a better way. Hey, what's your email, Fate? Would you give out an email there on the YouTubes?
Yeah, it's trailertruckingf8@gmail.com.
Oh my God.
Where do you think you got that from?
Trailer
I didn't-
trucking. I copy everything from DIY
Trailer
at
trucking.
gmail.com.
No G at the end. Trailer trucking f8@gmail.com, I believe.
He believes. Okay.
I
At least
got
you believe something.
So many email. Oh, here we go. Shannon says, yes, I guess it depends on the weather and the money. I'd like to know if, hold on. I guess it depends on the weather and money, but I'd like to know if I am south. I don't have to melt. The heat makes me irritable. The Midwest is my favorite.
If you're going to run a lot of south, put a little 40-pound generator on the catwalk and get you a little mini house system, 5 to 8,000 BTU, and make sure you got gas. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, I'm not going to idle this truck when it's this simple. I mean, Zero Breeze sent me this to run and test, and I tell you what, I've loved it since I got it. It's one of those things like I didn't want to buy it, but damn, looking back on it, I'm like, it's so damn convenient. And they got a money back guarantee. If you don't like it, just get them to send you another postal thing to slap on the box and send it back to them. But
Well,
I've sold about with my link, we've probably done about 20 of these this summer, and I've had one person send it back. So,
well, like I said, I know a guy that's got one other than you, and I jumped in his truck real quick to see if it was actually working, and it was. And we were in some pretty hot weather,
You
on
seem
my
to
window.
spend a fair bit of time in other men's trucks.
That's what I
yeah,
have
I
to do
didn't
as
want to
the
mention
OTR
that, but
manager. Oh, they've never done this. Can you help them?
I
Always.
sent you a link there, Fate. I'm gonna send that same thing to you, DIY. Let me know. I'm gonna check it out and let me know what you think. It's a split system. I ain't trying to step on no toes here, but it's off of eBay. It kind of looks like the one that Ryan put on that truck, and there's $750. It's just the unit. It's no batteries, but damn, I mean, I could get a toolbox for $1,500. I could slap 4 batteries in a box and do a little wiring, man. That's
Hold on a second.
this might be what I do. Like, I don't know.
I just sent you a text, Cash. You don't have to do it now, but send it to that one that I just sent you.
Why did that not go through?
It didn't.
Oh,
But
you
don't
were
push.
it was in my email. Like when I typed in trailer trucking, it popped up trailer trucking Fate at Yahoo or something.
I didn't get nothing either.
I just sent it to you, DIY, like 1 second ago.
Oh, okay.
Mark Ely's got a good question. Do you think additives like Pittsburgh Power really work to clean DPF like max mileage? The only additive I've ever used is the Fuel Ox additives. and I can only talk a little bit about the Mac, the things I experienced with that. I never had to do a parked. I did two or three parked regens in that truck, and they were all because, like my turbo was bad or something like that. So I'd like to think it works. I mean, there's that Zero Breeze.
Well, WCF Invader was asking if I vented out the same way. I do. I actually use the same exact template. Both of those hoses fit perfectly into the thing that I put the vent for the big air conditioner in. So,
Now wait a minute.
yeah.
Go back to that. Go back to that.
I got to be careful. I don't want to show my mirror because you can see the name
Oh.
on the side of my truck in the mirror.
Yeah.
But
Is that a screen though? Like is that
yeah,
pulling in warm air?
That's the window screen. No, it's got a piece of plexiglass on it. I made a video about
okay.
making that. Yeah, that's the window screens you get at the truck stop.
Yep.
I took one of those because it fit the window perfectly, and then I made the bottom piece, glued it in, and then put a piece of plexiglass over it.
Oh, hold on. No, I'm not gonna do it. That's dumb.
But yeah, that's how I vented out. Woo, 59-degree air over here.
Wow. Jackknife Jackknife TV says, I think they have 2 or 3 different versions of the green APU.
Well, like if you Google it, it's what I'm saying. Like there's like 5 companies that come up for green APU.
Shannon wants the free version
Which free version?
of an APU.
Oh, yeah. See, there's one called Go Green APU, and then there's one called Green APU, and then there's another one called greenapu.com, and then there's one Idle Smart that comes up. It's like they're trying to ride the coattails, I think, because it says the Green APU alternative.
Okay. Yeah, Great A Transportation says there's green APU and Go Green APU.
Yes, that was the confusion. So, which one's the good one? Green APU is the one that's got all the YouTubers all in a panty bunch. Like who all got the free APU? Gentry's and Son.
Just trucking.
Just Trucking got one. I think they made Nevada pay for his, didn't they?
I don't know.
Did he get that deal?
I
ain't heard nothing back from him. I texted him, said, "Hey, you ever heard of Cash is King?"
There's
Sunday.
There's another channel on YouTube that they have a green APU. I think they paid for it. No Luck Trucking. I actually really enjoy that channel, and they have a green APU too. And I would recommend going and watching their videos on it. I think they give a pretty honest review of their experience.
Yeah. 26,000 BTUs, man. That's a lot of BTUs. That's a go-getter, man. I like those numbers. I probably wouldn't like that $13,000 cost. BOC had one of those as well. Uncle BOC he's got one, and
you forgot the crazy.
He talked a lot of crap about that thing.
I think he finally got it running though. I think he finally got it running. He did talk a lot of crap about it, but I think he finally got it running. Well, I remember one of the old videos.
I think our shirts even have a grease stain in the same damn spot right here.
I'm glad you got them shirts I sent you.
Yeah, they come pre-greased.
Is that mashed potato gravy though?
From the truck stop? That's official Freightliner grease right there. That's been rubbed on a real truck.
Mm-hmm.
Part you can't find at Harbor Freight.
That's right.
Oser says green APU is in Lamont, Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I had the website pulled up on. That's the one I'm gonna start harassing about giving me a free APU.
Jackknife says green APU I think is all over the place, but their main headquarters and I think manufacturing is in Altoona. Pennsylvania. Grade A Transportation says green APU is a heat pump system. All right, that's enough talk about green APU. They're not paying me to talk about them.
Nah.
I'm done.
Can we talk about these Chinese assembled ones I found on eBay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta say, here's the numbers on it. Okay, I'm running down the. This is the one I sent you DIY, but this is the numbers on it. It's
Yeah, I
got
didn't get it.
what damn word? You still ain't got that? What
No.
the hell? So it's 24 volt, runs off 24 volt system, but I might find one that was 12,000, but 950 watts of power use, 15 to 45 amps, 10,238 BTU. I think that'd cool a
For how
bunk
much?
pretty damn good. $750 for the unit.
I've spent $750 on dumber things. I ain't gonna lie.
Hmm.
I mean, that's a weekend in Tijuana.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you're supposed to talk about that on the internet.
Oh, sorry.
You told me about that weekend, and I was like, never tell anyone. I would recommend.
So you purchase that, and then you have to go out and purchase the batteries for it, right?
Yeah, you'd have to build a box and okay. You Google just kicked it back and said trailer trucking with no G F8 at Gmail does not exist. Maybe I messed it up. Hang on. Let me
I
try
just
it
spelled
again.
trailer. Spell trailer right. TRAILER.
I think I left the M off of .com. That's what I've done here.
Oh.
Well, I sent you.
Trailer. Oh, okay. When it pops up, it's missing the M. That's why. Son of a bitch. I got to type all that out.
Well, I sent you the other email.
Oh my God. That's over there on the phone, and I'd have to go back and forth.
Mark Ely, channel member, has seen leases for $1.25 per mile plus fuel surcharge.
No, he hasn't.
That's like $2.75 probably a mile, right? Almost $3 a mile. What's fuel surcharge right now? Like 50 some.
Low 50s, I think.
You're calling? You don't think he's seen that?
Not $1.25. I do believe he's seen $2.25.
Oh, did I say $1.25? Numbers. Okay, you answered that question already. Well, it's well worth a try, I guess, if they offer a money back. Cash, can you put that link for the eBay thing? Wondering if you can post that link, Cash.
I can try. I don't know if that'll fit in a comment though. Holy hell, is that a link? I mean, that's probably like a 5,000 character link here. Let me see.
WCF Invader says you can buy the unit from Ryan as well. I actually called him about it a few weeks ago. Like I said, I called and talked to, I'm assuming it was his wife. When they first started putting the videos out about it, and asked some questions, and then they actually got back to me after they installed 2 of them and were telling me how they were figuring out like the exact way to get it done without using like wood and crap like that. Oh yeah, that's a huge link, Cash. Takes
Yeah.
up it's like 4 comments.
Here, I'll try to see if I can shorten it up.
I'm like these guys. Hey, all you got to do is go to eBay and type in electric truck APU. I mean, if they can't handle that, you know. Yeah, it's 4 to 5 days for arrival. I would want one 12 volt though, I think.
So Jackknife put up a thing on a generator and stuff, but then also says then you just need to add a 12 volt to 24 volt converter to charge the truck and a 24 volt Chinese AC. They're actually like 15,000 BTUs or more. Huh. I'm going to try the zero breeze. For the lanes I run, I think the zero breeze is going to be perfect. I just needed to pull out the humidity. And like you said, I think that was today you told me how much humidity it actually pulled out last night where you were at. Like your cup
Oh
almost
yeah,
was overflowing.
yeah. It was pulling the hell out of it last night because it was raining.
Okay, yeah, his wife answers the phone. Rig Pigs in the house. What's going on? Channel member. The link worked for me, Cash.
Okay.
Cool. This Trucking Life says go to bentley.com and copy and paste that link on there, and it'll give you a very short one compared to that.
Hang on, let me give you an Amazon link. That way I can get some commission off of it.
Look at you. You quick put that in your Amazon store or whatever, didn't you?
I'm working on it. Let me grab some
They're all
cookies
saying
real quick.
that link does work.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll send you a better one here in a minute.
Go
I'll
figure.
send you one that I can make money off of. Because, you know, I'm a sellout and whatnot.
Here, let me go ahead and
huh?
get that up for you. There you go. I just posted a link there for Amazon link. Go ahead and.
You bastard. You
Why
bastard.
would you post an eBay link? Oh man.
You guys.
Well, I was trying to be nice, and
I'm just trying to help
yeah.
people out. You know, go ahead and click that link. Hey, you know, you don't have to buy it through me, but just go ahead and click that link. That'll take you to a nice little product there.
How much is that one cost that you've got up there?
Like $8.79, but it looks
Woo, damn,
yeah,
balling
pretty.
out of
It's
control.
Whoa, hold on. This is funny. He just put Mark Ely channel member. Sorry, it's $2.19 a mile in fuel. Oakley Transport. Here's something that's crazy. Oakley Transport contacted me. I have no idea how they got my phone number, any of my oh, Cash is gone again. Probably creating something else about me. But yes, one of their recruiters contacted me and was telling me what they're offering for like over the road end dump work. I believe it was. And it was actually pretty damn good.
hope you like sitting around.
I know nothing
Hope you
about
like
that
hope you
company
like Deadhead, Miles.
except they're out of Arkansas, I think. I think the guy said they were out of Arkansas. I've done dirt. I mean, I'm not saying it's dirt work, but I've done end dump work and side dump work. And if I ever did that again, it would be locally, you know. But I didn't like that work. And the way I was paid was on percentage, and you would show up to get loaded and you would sit in line. It didn't matter what time you got there in the morning. If you woke up at 2:00 in the morning thinking you were going to be the first guy in line, you weren't. And you started like you didn't start making money until the bucket, until it hit your bucket. I'm hungry. I should eat dinner. What do you got cooking?
Me?
What does a fleet owner do on the weekend?
We went and got pizza
Oh, nice.
at the local watering hole barbecue bacon chicken pizza.
The place I've been?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have good pizza there. I remember that one night we were leaving there, I ordered a pizza. And I think I've left pizzas in your freezer and stuff like that too.
You have.
Yeah. It's been a while. I need to make a trip out to Wisconsin. So, well, I really don't have anything else. You got anything to add?
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody.
Oh, why did he do that? He's still there. Come on. Oh, he left. What a jerk. Well, yeah, guys, I guys and girls, oh, Lance is in the house. says Bruce Oakley Trucking is North Little Rock. Then there is Oakley Trucking from Florida that is Tanker. Oh, okay. So the place that contacted me, I know said they were by like, well, I know they said Arkansas somewhere. And like I said, I don't know how they got my information. Guy was super nice, but I was, I'm happy where I'm at. So cash is gone, DIY is gone. I think it's time for me to make dinner. Or I'm not really going to make dinner tonight. I'll show you what I picked up. Not that anybody cares, but I picked up a chicken Caesar salad from Love's. And this salad was freaking $7. But it looked good and it was made today. That's why I purchased it. But I think that's going to be my dinner for the night is, excuse me, a chicken Caesar salad. I still have time. It's currently 8:20 Eastern time. My appointment's at 11:30 tonight. So I actually should eat some dinner and try and get some rest because tomorrow's a hell of a day too. I'm on an LTL load with a lot of miles in it. I'm traveling a lot farther than I'm used to doing this LTL work. But customer needed it. And I said I would do it and they paid for it. So yeah. Anyways, I really appreciate the super chats. Jackknife TV, Cash is King. Who else? A couple other people. Gary Bates. I'd have to go back and look at everything. Oh, there. Cash dropped his link for that 12-volt deal. I've seen some good pay settlements from there, pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, like I said, the guy that contacted me, what he was telling me was definitely attractive, especially at the time the market was really bad. But like I said, I'm really happy where I am. I run basically all the same freight. I've made some very good connections over the last couple of months that are really good. I don't know what else to say about it. But yeah, I'm gonna get off. Oh, hold on. He came back. What's up, man?
I just want to let everybody know I found a 12-volt one of those, so you wouldn't need the converter back and forth from 24. It would just, go straight to the truck there for $7.99, 12,000 BTU.
But how does it charge the you? So I asked you this question today because you have a super cool setup that I think you should talk more about. I know you've done one video on it, but I think you should talk more about it.
About the trailer?
Yes.
No,
I
don't
really
talk
do.
about. I don't talk about that on YouTube.
Oh, I think that setup is really cool, but wouldn't that drain the truck batteries?
Well,
Like, how
what
long could it run
I would set
before
up
you
a
were in danger?
second, well, like Ryan does. I would put that box on, back there, and I'd put more batteries. But I'll be
Okay.
honest with you. What I would do with that as well is I would also have a way where I could charge the. I'd have it set up where I could charge the batteries and run that air conditioner off of my generator. I would keep my generator. And then, like, days when you have like say you're doing a 34-hour restart, you use up your battery bank when you stop. And then once your battery bank dies, instead of cranking your truck and recharging it, fire up your generator, let it run, let it charge the batteries and run the air conditioner.
Oh, brilliant.
Because you would probably get, depending on the kind of batteries you buy, you're probably going to get 7-8 hours out of the battery bank.
Yeah. I
And
know
then,
Ryan, one of the video he did, they upgraded the batteries. And I want to
right.
say they did it because the guy was like, well, 10 hour, like I want to say they put 4 batteries in there, and they upgraded the batteries.
Yeah, the
And
lithium setup he does is about $8,000. You can do some like AWG, some what is that? Matte, like matte batteries, like a matte style battery for I think it's in like the mid 7s. And then if you want just regular, lead acid batteries, I think the thing's around $7,000. So
for
it's
the
about
whole
a
setup.
grand. Yeah, it's a grand to upgrade to the lithium batteries, basically. But I don't know if I would spend that grand upgrading, because I would want to. I like a generator on. Now that I've had a generator on the truck, there's so many uses for it. Like, so what I've done is even like, um, so basically what I do is if I'm going to be sitting somewhere for, like the other day, I sat like 18 hours. And what I've done now is I've got it where, you know, while I'm running my air conditioner, I'll be charging my Zero Breeze battery, and I bought a battery tender for the truck. So, like, my accessory stuff cuts off after about 10 hours of the truck just,
Yep.
sitting here, like,
Sitting.
you know,
Yep.
GPS charging, phones charging, refrigerator running, Coleman cooler running. After about 10 to 12 hours, a lot of that'll cut off. The fridge will keep running for about 20 hours, but everything clicks off after about 10. So I just put that battery tender on from the generator.
Generator.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. Like, that generator's so simple and easy to have on the truck. Yeah. Even if I did a split system like that.
Oh,
But
interesting. Well,
yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off here too.
yeah.
My computer just went into battery saving mode, and I don't want to plug it in and everything. So
Well, thanks so much for joining me tonight, Cash. I really appreciate it.
yeah, no problem. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Later, man. Yeah, everybody, thanks for stopping in here tonight. Like I had said earlier, thank you everybody for the super chats. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna eat dinner now and catch a little sleep before I make my delivery. So hope everybody has a great weekend. All right. Well, what is today? Today's Saturday. Or no, Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. Hopefully you have a good start to your week tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye.